Hey friends, so last weekend I was going to Tesco to get fags and booze, pretty standard, and on the way back I found myself in a hedge. So don't ask why I was in a hedge. This is a family show. I can't go into that. And whilst I was in said hedge, I found a 1991 Goblin Rio. So in this video, I think we should check out our incredibly dirty Rio and find out if it works. The first thing that strikes me about this is the fact that it is incredibly dirty. It had obviously spent quite some time in the hedge, so it is absolutely manky, and it's covered in paint as well, which is not ideal. But what is quite interesting is the fact that, if I just get this hose out of the way, I'm going to undo it from here as well. So hopefully it was quite damp when I dragged it home, so I left it in the utility room for a week to hopefully try and dry out. But it's covered in, look, it's paint all over it. There's like this grey paint on the hose, and there's, I'm sure there was other paint as well. Oh yeah, there, look. It's got like loads and loads of paint on it. So that just crumbles off. That's quite cool. So we might be able to sort of bring this back relatively easily. Let's hope so anyway. But there's no plug on it, and the flex is kind of like bundled up into this little lump here with a cable tie on it. I thought, that's really weird, isn't it? Very strange. And yeah, no plug. But it's definitely been used because there's dirt in the bag. I can see it here. I see there's dirt in there, but no plug. Very strange. So I guess what we should do is stick a plug on it. I'm going to check out inside and see what we've got going on in here. We'll see if the filter's still in place. Okay, yeah. Well, we've got a filter, which is dry. That's good. We've got the bag cage there. That's good. Let's whip that out. Ooh, it's slightly distorted. Can you see that there on the camera? It's a bit bent. Look. Yeah, that ain't right. I mean, this is really cheap, nasty plastic anyway. The whole cleaner is cheap and nasty. Rios always were. Let's have a quick look at the bag. Let's pull the bag out. They go in a funny way on the Rio. You kind of have to slide them in on the top. See the cardboard there? You've got to slide that in. It's not great. Oh, there's not too much dirt in the bag. That's good. I'm gonna sniff it now. Oh, it's not too bad. Sort of old lady and some kind of perfume. Oh, what's that perfume that old ladies wear? Lavender. That's it. Yeah, it's like a lavender smell to it. Very odd. The inside is not too bad. Oh, hang on. Is that a date marking there? I can't see it. It's actually too far away. We'll probably find some other ones elsewhere on the cleaner. But yeah, alright, so, well, we've got everything we need there, which is always a bonus. Let's have a look at the motor unit itself. So we can pull off this filter, just a standard Rio filter there, nothing special. So I suppose really we should stick a plug on this, shouldn't we? Yeah, let's do that. I've got a plug up here. Let's see, here we go. There's a plug. It's got a 5 amp fuse in it. That ain't going to do us. So let's pop a plug on it. This is weird. Why is this cable tied? How can I get that off? Can I get it off that way? No? Oh, damn it. It's only a cable tie. It's only cheap, isn't it? I may as well cut it off. I've always hated wasting cable ties. I think that goes back to when I was working in my friend's shop. Jeff would always say, save them. You've got to save a cable tie. You've got to save them. And that kind of worked its way into my conscious mind that I have to save all cable ties. But it's 30 years later, so I think I can make that excuse. Right, so I'm just going to shut up a second. I'm just going to fit this plug to it. I'll speed this bit of the video up so it isn't too boring. Oh, I've just realised the tools aren't there. There should be a dusting brush here and a crevice tool here, but they've gone walkies. Yeah, that's a shame. Anyway, Shut up, Stephen. Get the plug on. Here we go. Right, that's the plug on. God, that fooled me then. That was a real battle. Oh, God, I can't throw a fuse. Yeah, that was a battle to get on. Anyway, it's done now. So I guess we should plug it in and see if it works. What's always confused me about these Rios is they used the same moulding for the underside on all of them. All of these wedge-shaped Rios had the same underside here. And I think for the most part, actually probably the same top section. It was only this cover that changed. So for the machines that had the flex winder, the Rio Reflex, as they called it, there obviously would have been a pedal here which you pressed that wound the flex in. But the moulding is the same. So it has this really bizarre flap on the ones that don't have it. And you basically just fold the plastic in. Oh, that broke off then. Oh, I think that was a snail. Yeah, there's a snail. A snail broke off this Rio. That's quite funny. But, oh, there's another snail in there. I've got a selection of snails now. That's nice. I'll keep those. And then yeah, this weird flap of plastic, which I can't remember if it was there on the Reflex. I'm not sure. I don't know if they added this in to close this hole up, because if that wasn't there, see how big the hole is if you haven't got the flap up. All that space inside there is for the flex winder and for where the plug stores when it winds it in. It's just a really funny thing to do, to put this extra bit of plastic on there. But so they obviously didn't want to change the moulding of the base, because it's a budget cleaner. All Rios are really budget machines. So they were like, yeah, let's just stick a bit of plastic on there, that'd be fine. But anyway, let's see if this works. I need to try and position this so it doesn't blow in my face. I don't really want a face full of dirty Rio air. Right, can you see that on the camera? Let's put that there so you can see it. Right, I'm going to flick the switch now. We'll see what happens. Brace yourself. Oh, nothing then. Let's turn it on. Here we go. Well, amazingly, it doesn't sound too bad actually. I'm really quite surprised. So we've got a working Rio. I think what we might do is actually take this apart and have a look inside. I haven't looked inside one of these for a long time. This is weird. Can you see that there? That's like an air freshener. And I think there used to be like a tab that would go under there. Yeah, look, you can fold that cheap bit of plastic up, and there's a little indentation here for an air freshener. So you didn't put it in the bag or the bag compartment, which would have made much more sense. You put it here in this little holder, and then it kind of just like flops down. It is rubbish. It's just cheap plastic rubbish built down to like the lowest price Goblin could possibly get it to. And there's very little sound deadening / insulation in here, so hence why the machines are quite loud. I think what I might do is bring you down a bit closer, have you look at it from this way, and then you can see how I actually get inside this. I haven't been in one of these for about 20 years, so this could be quite interesting and it could be quite funny. I might actually end up breaking it, but hopefully not. So yeah, come on down, have a look. Right, so with you a bit closer, we can actually start to think about how the heck we're going to get inside this machine. Now I know that there are screw holes hidden here. I can see them there. It means you need to get this top piece of plastic moulding off first. And if memory serves, you have to, because it kind of goes around like that, See, that's all one moulding here. This bit and this bit is one moulding, and then you have the handle is separate. It's kind of separate. So I think, do you pull it out this way? You've got to do something like this. It's been a long time, so please don't judge me too harshly. Or do you go in this way? Hang on a minute. I've got to try and remember. Oh, okay, there's a clip there that's actually on the body that's holding this pedal down. So I'm sure you have to go in like this, and you've got to like get this bit off. Does that come off like that, I wonder? Let me see. Hang on. Let's just get these tabs back. Then we can start to pull this up. Oh, this is such a bad design. Let's see. Push that back with the screwdriver and try and get this bit up. Oh, good lord, this is terrible. There we go. Oh, right, yeah, okay. So that's coming up on its own. So I don't need to do anything with this piece here. If I turn it around that way, you can see it better. I don't need to do anything with this piece. This should just come up like that. And I think there are clips on the side. Oh, yeah, snap, crack, bang. So that should come up like that. And there should be some over here, I think. Oh, come on. Ugh. How does this come apart? Man. Okay, hang on. You just can't see anything. This is the trouble of it. You just cannot see anything inside here. What's that down there? That looks like it's part of the... Oh, okay, hang on. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's that bit up. We've got that bit up. We've got that bit up. We've just got this pedal to go. And I kind of think it comes off like this. Is there a... Oh, jeez. Hang on. What's that? Is that one? No. Oh, I think there's one there. I think there's one there. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, man. Is it that bit? Oh, kind of looks to... I think I can see one. Let's use the bigger screwdriver. Can I push that? Ah, yeah, there we go. That's one. Right. Hang on, look. So we've got that released. Then there's one here. I think this goes the opposite way to the one I just released. There we go. Yep. Good. Okay, so we're almost there. What kind of faff is this? This is ridiculous. And there's one final one that is here that doesn't want to go. There we go. Got it. So now we can take this assembly off. Oh, wow. My God. Right, so let's just have a look here a second. And we'll see how many clips there are that are holding this plate in place. So we've got one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 clips there to hold that bit of plastic in place. 7 clips. That is mental. Okay, so that exposes the top of the upper moulding. You see this bit here? This is actually a bag full indicator, although it is like quite possibly the worst and most useless bag full that ever existed in all time. So what's happening here is that the suction builds up in this chamber, and then the suction just basically pulls this down, and then when it pulls this bit down, boom, these 6 sort of red items pop up, and what they're meant to do is display through this panel here. But how are you meant to see that? You're over there somewhere vacuuming. How are you meant to see the red showing through this? I mean, it's ridiculous. What a waste of time. Why do they bother? What were they thinking? It's just mad. And then we've got the switch spring. Then we have the switch itself, which is here, looking a bit rusty because obviously the spring was rusting. And we have numerous screw points. So let's grab our screwdriver. I'm just going to undo all these screws now, and then we shall have a look inside. There we go, that's all the screws undone. 5 screws, that seems a little bit over the top for this, to be honest, but there we go. And I think you take the top off, I think. Oh, man. Oh no, sorry, there's more clips to undo. That's right, I forgot that. Can I push that? No, can't push that back down. Once you've started, that's it. And there's 2 more clips here, look, there's one here and one here. So now you have to undo these. Just like manhandle the plastic to get these clips undone. Oh, man. So bad. There we go. So you unclip it there, and then you can remove the top, and we're into the motor. So as you can see, there's very, very little going on in here. This is what you get in a 91 Goblin Rio. You have your cheap plastic, you have a single stage motor here, 1000 watts. Now, to be fair, to be absolutely fair, these motors aren't too bad. They're all right. You know, they're nothing to really write home about, but they're of reasonable quality. They aren't the best in the world, but by the same token, they aren't the worst in the world. So I think what we need to do, now see, this is another one of those cleaners where you cannot change the exhaust filter. This exhaust filter is just put in place here when the machine's made, and that's it. It stays there. It stays there forever. And that, oh god, that's wet. Ugh, nasty. Well, let's use the bench for that. I've still got the Hoover Vortex unit on the bench vac. I don't know why, but I have. There we go. Not entirely sure what kind of difference that's made. God, that bench vac is howling now. It is howling. Let's pop that back in there. As I say, that's not going to make much difference, but yeah, whatever. And that's it. We don't really need to do anything else. So I'm going to put this back together now, and then we will give it a clean. Right, the machine's back together, so let's plug it in again, just to make sure it still runs. Let's see, where's the plug? There we go. Pop him in. Yeah, well, he still works, so that's always a bonus. So I think now we should clean him up, which I will crack on with doing, and then I'll speed this section up, and then hopefully we will see the finished result. Let me just pop this back on so it's easier to do. There we go, put that in underneath. And yeah, we'll crack on with cleaning the body up. Now we can swing that around there. Okay, let's crack on. Well, there we go. Our little Rio's not looking too bad now. I'm just going to clean the flex. That's the next thing to do. So let me just do that quickly. Yeah, that's pretty dirty. Yeah, whoa, geez, okay, yeah, there was a lot of dirt on that cable. That was like the dirtiest part of the whole machine, really. It's still coming off. It's incredible, isn't it? More and more dirt. Let's just polish that off a sec. That'll do us, I think. I'm not going to go any more than that. And yeah, good, there we go. Okay, so I suppose we should just have a quick look at the hose. Give that a quick clean. So I'll get this off the desk, off the bench, and we'll have a look at the hose and give that a clean. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what, but before we do that, let's just pop everything back inside. So I've got the filter. Let's just quickly clean the filter off. There we go. The vortex. Oh goodness me! The vortex bench vac is not working too bad at all. I haven't even emptied it yet. It's been there a few weeks, but I haven't emptied it. Let's just clean this out inside. Because most people will say, "Well, it's not picking up anything, is it? Because it's a vortex." I suspect there may be some truth to that. Okay, let's give that a quick wipe out. I'm not going to get too bad in there. There we go. Give that a wipe. And then we pop the filter back in place. Grab the dust bag that smells of old lady in lavender. It goes in like so. And get this in slid in the right place, which is never easy. I think that's in. There you go. Yep, that's in. Then put our bent cage back in. And I think we're done. Yeah, you see what's happening there. Look, the cage is not, because it's so bent now. Look, it's not actually correctly going where it should do, unless I've got it in backwards, which I don't think I have. Have I got it in backwards? Oh yes, I had it in backwards. Ah, it was in backwards. There we go. Yeah, look, there's a curvature there, which lines up with the curvature here on the dust box. Ah, there we go. That's better. It still just doesn't feel quite right, if you know what I mean. But it doesn't matter. It's not going to affect anything. It's not the end of the world. So let's pop that back on. Like so. Does that go down properly? Ugh. Is that in right? Yep. Let's just open up this and just make sure we've got a seal there. So we'll run the machine. Let's make sure we've got some suction at that point. No, we don't. And there's a problem here. And I can't quite work out what it is. It must be this. It must be this. What a pain in the bum. Hang on a sec. How does that go there? Yeah, okay. Let's try it that way. Let's put that on first. And then put the dust box on. You might have more luck. Let's try that. That's really weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Is it something here I've messed up? that just abuts the bag, so you get no power at all. Isn't that weird? I don't understand. No, look. Important, when fitting, this side must face inside. Yep, well, we kind of done that. I wonder if it's just because it's so bent up. I've never seen this before, actually. I've never seen a reel with no suction. Let's try again. Okay, yeah, it's weird. It's just like it just won't fit. It just won't fit. So I'm going to pause here and I'm going to investigate this because this could be really boring for you if you have to watch this. So I'll be back very shortly. Well, that was very unusual. I had to get the heat gun out and reshape this rear sort of, I don't even know what you'd call this, bulkhead, bag support. Yeah, some of the lines are a bit bent out of shape now, but at least it does seal, and it's because somebody put this in the wrong way around. You see, it had been squashed into the bag compartment. It had bent all the edge of it. It's just such cheap rubbish plastic, but it got bent up, bent out of shape, and it wasn't doing its job anymore. It just wasn't sealing against the bag compartment. That bit goes in, doesn't it? Yeah. So now, when you put it in, it's actually a nice snug fit in there. It fits in nicely, and it can seal itself. So it seals around the side of the bag door, and this bit seals onto the motor unit. So when you combine the two, you get a seal, which is exactly what you need. And as you can see, it just pops on now, slides in nicely. There's no fighting with it. So that's good. Let's get the heat gun away. So now we should have some, but not very much because it's only a 1000 watt single fan motor, suction from our Rio. So let's quickly check out the hose. I mean, there's not really much we can do with the hose, to be honest. We just give it a quick clean up. Use an old pair of pants, why not, eh? Just give it a clean. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be using this cleaner, so... Well, we might give it a run, actually. We'll give it a run in a separate video. Let's try and clean this off. What can we do with this? Oh, it comes off quite simply. Alright, I'll tell you what, I'll just speed this up. Yeah, I think that's probably one to do off camera, actually. That's going to be a bit boring for you watching that. Let's just check out the bent end. Or I'll tell you what, let's just clean this up a minute. Oh, there's a lot of paint on this. My God. Oh wow. Jeez. Again. This is one to do off camera because it's going to be boring as hell for you guys. Oh, it's gloss paint as well. Brilliant. Oh, we love gloss paint on tools. What a help it is. Well, it won't come up too bad, you know. Once that paint has been taken off, actually, yeah. It should be okay. I don't know what to do with this cleaner. What do I do with it? Do I keep it? I mean, I've already got one. I think this one's slightly earlier than the one I've got, so maybe that's a reason for keeping it and getting rid of the other one. But you know, it's a Mark II Goblin Rio. It's got no real value to it. Maybe I should give it to someone if they, you know, in these dark times, if they desperately need a vacuum cleaner. Then you know, a vacuum cleaner is a vacuum cleaner, isn't it? So yeah. Maybe that's what I should do. When the charity shops reopen, perhaps I should just take it into a charity shop. Oh, I don't know. I'll have a think. What do you guys think? What do you guys reckon? What should I do with this Rio? But anyway, there we go. Let's get ourselves set back up and we'll look at the final product. Well, there we go. Our hedge found Goblin Rio is now working fine. There's not a great amount of suction, but there never was on these cleaners. I just have half a mind that there's still something wrong with that bulkhead plastic, because it just doesn't feel that there's the right amount of suction there. There was never a great deal of suction or airflow on these cleaners, but that just does seem to be a little bit too weak. So I might go back and investigate at some other point. But until then, yeah, don't really know what to do with it, to be honest. Shall I put it back in the hedge? That would be quite funny. No, run. But yeah, anyway. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this video interesting. I don't blame you if you didn't, because it's just a Goblin Rio, it's nothing special. But no, thanks for watching. As ever, don't forget to do the... ooh, it's a bit of heat shrink there, keep that. Don't forget to do the commenting, subscribing and liking, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.